for me, I can just tell you what I think, but hey, what does Zoe know? You know what I mean? So.
That's absolutely insane.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. This bitch here, I can do that, and then I can go 1, 2, 3. Those are my cues, visual cues and audio clues.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, was my hand in that camera too?
Yeah, why
okay,
not?
so all right.
Why not? People could know how tall you actually are.
You see my big ass hand?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, and they're like, ah, damn, I had no idea. Hold on a minute. What's his name again? How do I find him?
Mm-hmm. This is Zoe.
Hold up your shoe. Oh man.
They will be deceived.
I used to put your shoes on and take a picture and say, I'm pretty sure these shoes is too big for anybody to feel. Don't even try. How about that?
You got to. You got to. How's everybody doing out there? You're here for another installment of What Does Zoe Know?
Yeah, what does Zoe know?
With my esteemed guest over here, AP. How you doing, AP?
Lovely.
Yeah. We say things are kind of settled down a little bit with this corona thing and people getting vaccinated and everything.
Yeah. Now I don't have to tell people, man, listen, just pretend I'm holding a piece of chicken and we're in a restaurant. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you know what? Come to think of it, I just went to a basketball tournament with my son, and I'm sitting there about to check into the hotel, and as I'm sitting there, they had the glass, the plexiglass up, and the guy tells me, he said, "You have your mask?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got my mask, but I got my vaccination." He said, "Me too, but I still have to wear my mask." And I look. I'm like, okay, that defeats the purpose. But then I look over about maybe 10 feet away, because connected to the check-in the counter, they have a little bar area right next to it. So they do that, they have drinks in there and everything too. And there's like 3 or 4 gentlemen there having drinks, and they're hanging out with no mask on.
Oh no, because the virus made an arrangement with the drinks and the food.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it. I said, but they don't have masks on. He's like, yeah, but they're over there drinking. I said, so I need to sit here with. You want me to go get a Coke? So I can sit here with a drink in my hand, so I don't have to wear my mask.
Man, I was getting ready to start walking around with a piece of chicken. Listen, I'm eating. Leave me alone.
I really wanted to be I wanted to be a Kevin, which would be like a male version of a Karen.
Food and alcohol is the virus kryptonite. It stays away from it, sees the food, and goes, "Who should not have these?"
It floats around you and says, "God dang it! I was gonna get him. Damn, he eating though. I gotta be respectful."
That's the same with the serial killers and the sheets. So when you see somebody come in your room, you go under the sheet, because the serial killer's gonna be like, "Oh damn, she's under the sheet, man. Fuck, man. Let's try next door."
Yeah. Abort mission. Like, really?
He's under the sheet, man. I can't get this one today.
That sucks. I was gonna kill you too.
Damn.
Hey, enjoy your night. I'm out of here. It's crazy.
Like you said, she wasn't under the sheet, man. This is bullshit.
Got the wrong intel. That a bitch.
We have the wrong intel. We need to hook up with whoever's making all these arrangements for sheets and chicken.
Exactly. Like, who throw these rules out here?
I gotta get, what's his name that used to wear the big clock? I'm gonna get him to make me a chicken.
Flavor Flav.
Walk around with a chicken.
Yeah, boy.
I got my mask right here.
There you go. Exactly. They walk around with a plate on my chest.
Which lets you know the priorities of people.
Yeah.
Because you're really saying you're afraid that you could die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sex and food. Because when you could die from sex, it was like, well, we were still fucking around. That might be worth it. And foods are like, I don't know. This chicken is pretty, I'll take my chances.
At least I died happy eating. Shit. But this, hey,
No on the hugs. No, well, we don't need hugs to live. Fuck a hug. But I do need my food. Now we're talking.
You don't need any body contact other than vagina.
No human contact, I'm good. No sun either, just stay indoors. I'm good on that too. But food, no. You really got me fucked up with that one. I don't know. You have to eat. We have to have
They're still working. They're still working.
We don't love
This
that.
is AP. I can tell her energy is up, up, up.
When is it not?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I rarely ever see her without a smile. She showed
One time.
one time. You see her smile? She has that Michael Strahan smile.
Who's that?
He's a football player. He's a former football player, and
Is he handsome?
he's like on the they say he's handsome. He's on the
Who's they?
Good Morning.
The they and the them and the those.
Yeah,
I need to hook up with them.
They control everything
I
too.
need to hook up
But
with
he's
them.
on TV. He's a host on TV, but he has a gap in his teeth.
Oh,
and,
he's a freak.
and people love it. You know what? I've heard people even say that. I don't know where that came from. They?
No, it was them that said that.
Them said. Who said that? Them?
Them said.
Them is very experienced.
Right? They know everything.
They've been around everybody. They're experienced. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yo, listen. You know, today I saw you. You know, you said you're downloading your energies and stuff.
Yes.
You had to get
Ooh,
the bomb.
downloads.
So it's a lot of people. They have no clue about that type of stuff.
That's impossible.
And I'm telling you, I mean, they are oblivious to it or naive about it. They may have witnessed it or seen it in some capacity, but not know exactly what it is. What do you say? What do you practice?
You're saying
What?
there's a population of people
Correct.
that's not in touch with the energetic plane,
Right.
only the physical.
Right. That's the part there. Like I said, I wouldn't say necessarily unaware of, but maybe naive too, because I believe it may have influenced and affect everyone. They just don't recognize it as that. So
I believe you, because when I was dating the guys, I was like, energy is my first language. I understand it better than words. And I think they were scratching their head.
and when saying that, you say they're scratching their head. What is the disconnect? What do you think the disconnect is?
So, well, so everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. So you think this is a physical form,
Okay.
or this is a physical world,
Right.
but it's still energy.
It's still made up. Everything's made up of
Everything's
energy.
made up of
Just
energy.
moving to different frequencies.
Exactly.
Okay,
And so
okay.
some people are attuned to the energy, not what they're seeing with their five senses, or
Gotcha.
picking up their five senses.
I got you.
There's
Or,
other
or they're not recognizing it as energy. I mean, they see what it is.
If you're only experiencing life through your five senses, you're missing most of the information.
Okay.
Most of the information, and you're being misled because it'll all lie to you.
So you're saying those senses
Even
can be
what you see
deceived.
it's because it's all perception then at that point. And then your perception is limited to your conscious level.
But isn't when you can tune into the energy, isn't that a form of perception? You have to perceive it in a way.
Yeah, that's what the chakra system's for.
Speaking of chakras, yes, the chakras. That's a great name.
My
Maybe that's why I
son
like.
was watching an anime show, right? And the kid goes, teach me. He was doing something we was doing with energy, right? The kid goes, ooh, teach me what you're doing with the energy. And he says, well, first you have to get your chakras activated. And the kid goes, what's a chakra? And he goes, oh, we got a long way to go.
You got a lot of teaching, my child.
Young Jedi
So
warrior.
when people hear
Wait, there
chakra,
you go, Young Jedi Warrior, Star Wars. That's all about energy.
Absolutely.
And when it says, and the force be with you, they're talking about love. Love is the force, love is the power. Michael Jackson song.
The force, but isn't it? Well, is dark force too? Isn't it?
No, it's
Yeah.
no.
Duality. Yeah, no.
It's a perceived dark force. It's really a person's own shadows,
Shadows. Okay.
shadow aspects of their self.
Okay. I want to get back to the chakra and start
Oh, the
that
chakras.
as my
Yeah.
base. When you speak about chakras, first, how many chakras? What kind of categories do you have? How many chakras
In
do we
total,
have?
you have 300 chakras.
3. Oh, I never. Okay,
Yeah.
I was listening.
Remember that movie 300? And the guys was like, oh, so it's like you don't want to show up to life without your chakras.
You talking about the one of this is Sparta, and he kicked him
Yeah,
in the
he
chest.
said, he said, oh, you only have 300. We have 1,000. He says, really, what's your profession? What's your profession? He said, I'm a mason. What's your profession? I'm a blacksmith. Spartans! What's your profession? Oh, that's how you have to show up to life with
Like,
all 300 of your
that's it.
chakras activated.
He kicked the I'm sure he kicked the chakra out of that motherfucker. This is Sparta. Whatever chakra that was, he kicked that motherfucker in the hole. With force. Whatever energy that was, that frequency, he meant business. He kicked it with my foot.
He said, go back and tell them this.
Start off in this hole.
You have 300 chakras, so 200 of them are inside of your body. The other 100 are external to you.
External chakras, so 200 inside of you.
You have one chakra that extends all the way to the cosmos. So that's what's talking about, being an infinite divine being. You're like, you have a chakra that extends to the cosmos. You try to fit all of you into this physical form. That's very limited. And that's why everybody is seeking freedom. They're just seeking it in all these different ways. So some people feel free when they're having sex, right? 'Cause it's the only time they're not living in the past or the future. So they become like a sex addict.
In the moment.
Oh yeah, they live in the moment then.
Every time.
But it doesn't last. It's only short-lived. Or some people become like
so it's like almost like a drug too. They got to have
some
it.
people do it with
That's why he
drugs and alcohol, 'cause
No,
they
no,
feel
I'm saying
free
the
when they're
sex.
high.
So he's like, you said drug. I mean, sex addict. They're addicted to that feeling, that moment.
Every
time.
single human being on earth is seeking to feel free because they want to feel the wholeness of them that's in this limited.
Okay, and they're trying to find different ways to how to
Some
do
people
that.
do like extreme sports because they feel free when they're like flying off the mountain or
When they
something
get
like
that adrenaline rush, they say they feel
Yeah.
it, and they say they make the statement, "I feel alive."
I feel alive. Some people
Right.
with drugs and alcohol. Some people with like money. They think like if they have a lot of money, then they'll be free. But everybody's seeking the same freedom. They're trying to free the infinite them that's in this little limited form.
Is there a true way to define that freedom, or is it
Activate all 300 of your chakras? Oh,
is it? And when you make the sound, it's like when I had your better half or your other half or your equal half on, Shabaka on, and he was talking about the sounds. When you say harua, it's you know it's that sound that comes from the inside of you, harua.
Yeah.
And just the frequency of it
Life
going
force
down to up like harua.
Yeah.
So it's like you activate everything to come from the bottom to the top type thing. Okay, so what?
300 chakras is a lot of chakras.
Absolutely.
Right?
What are the dominant ones or the ones that
So
people
you're
focus on?
responsible for the 7.
7, which are
So you have your root chakra
root chakra. Where is it located?
at the base of your spine.
The base of your spine. Okay.
It's it's the chakra that has you feeling connected to the world and everything in it. It's
Okay.
your stability.
Okay.
So if your root chakra is thrown out of alignment, you're gonna worry about things like bills. Where you're gonna live, home, bills.
It throws off your feelings of stability or security.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't function in a world and you don't feel stable in it. Or
Okay.
you don't feel connected to the people in it.
Okay.
That's
okay.
from the root chakra. And it gets thrown out of alignment when people are kiddos. They just don't know how to put it back in alignment. So
Okay.
they live their whole life like that. And they're limited by the perceptions of the 5 senses.
Because they don't
Which
have
is
that
all
root
kinds of
foundation.
swanky. Yeah.
Okay. Next up,
Next up, you have your sacrum.
sacrum is located.
That's right above, in between your navel and your root chakra.
Okay. Okay. And
That's
then what?
like your sex house.
The sex house.
Every person you've ever had sex with, their energy is in your sacral chakra.
So when you are intimate with someone or sharing that particular energy with someone, you're saying both people deposit that energy from that partner, and it's stored there. It stays there. You don't get rid of it.
People are just really, yeah. You have to get the energy work done.
Okay, and then you can release it. But most people know how to.
They don't even know that it exists in there. They don't know why they feel happy one day, depressed the next. They have temperamental, going on, that going on. They're having 100 people's energy carrying in their.
I've heard that before. It wasn't in terms of saying chakra, but it was saying that when you're intimate with someone, you absorb that energy. So it's an imprint. So if you have
3 days.
So if you have multiple people,
oh man,
it can send people into confusion.
Yeah,
because they got so many.
The world is on medication right now.
If you got someone that maybe has anger issues, or you got someone here that's dealing with some depression here, maybe even a happy person here, you can see that manifest in the person that it was deposited into.
You just find yourself yelling at the supermarket. You're like, "Who said that?"
Right. And don't know where it came from.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Exactly right. And people don't take the time to get to know their partner.
So you say you have to be careful who you're intimate with, who you give it to.
Listen, before you take anyone's cum shot inside your body, consider this.
She's talking. Well, who's gonna say you're talking about women, but you're talking about males as well too. Whoever, if you participate in that.
A person's cum shot is an accumulation of all their thoughts.
I call it money shot.
Thoughts, feelings,
Too many videos.
and experiences since the last time they came. That's a cum shot. And you take it in.
You got people
orally.
they do multiple cum shots. You know, if they have sex quite a bit with multiple people, then
That's what I'm talking about.
It can
You're
be.
taking
It can
in
be.
all of those thoughts, feelings, and experiences.
Okay.
Of all of those people. It's deposited into your sacral chakra.
Okay.
So then people think like they're moody. They're like, I don't know, I'm a moody person or whatever. No, you're not.
And they don't know what it is either.
No.
So you guys be careful. Be careful who you giving it to.
But it's meant to, listen, it's a good thing because you imprint for 3 days and that's what you want if you're with a divine partner because you use the sacral for manifesting.
So it will help you if actually if that was your actual partner,
Yeah, fuck
just
you.
your
You're
partner.
powered up. You're like, see, like in a video game, you're like a powered up version. Yeah.
For you
can
Mario
manifest
people.
Like, it's like
The
taking
mushroom.
your order straight to the universe.
It's like a mushroom.
It's like think it in real life it with no wait time.
Wow.
But without the right partner, you can lower your own frequency of vibration.
And then it's like you're getting hit when you had the power to go.
Yeah, like that.
It takes you back down. So you got to be careful. Okay, we have the root, the sacrum, and the
Solar.
solar.
Yeah.
That's the one you said with the sex one.
No, that's the sacrum.
Okay, so we only did 2 so far.
Yeah. Then you go up to the solar.
That may sound like a lot. Well, already.
You go to the solar.
I thought we was on 15. No, I'm just, so you got the solar sacrum.
That's your like power. That's like your creativity and stuff.
Where is that located?
In your navel, like around your navel.
So that's just above the sacrum.
Yeah. And guess what?
Yeah.
So the 7 chakras, they're color coordinated. That's why it's important to eat the rainbow. They go up in order. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
See them again.
Like the rainbow.
Say it.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
That's 6. She said 7. That's why I was listening.
Well, there's 2 blues. The throat and the crown and the third eye are both.
It's 2 blues.
Yeah,
Oh.
but one is like a light color.
Well, say blue.
Yeah.
Blue. I haven't had any mushrooms or anything like that. I just naturally feel like this. I feel good. I feel good. So you said the solar, and you said and that is responsible for what?
That's like your creativity.
Creativity.
Yeah, that's like your powerhouse.
Mine must be strong.
Yeah.
Strong solar.
Yeah. So you know why? Because
it.
you're a Gemini, and
Gemini.
the Gemini's color is yellow.
Okay.
So you're naturally, every time you see yellow, you're activated, and that's why Geminis are very creative.
I need to change my favorite color because this is blue. That's my favorite color. It's blue. You saying yellow is my power up color.
No, so you'll learn to eat according to whatever chakra you're trying to give care to. You'll learn to activate yourself. So you'll throw pillows on your sofa.
So you're saying just not corn, because they don't give you anything. Corn has no nutrients at all.
Yeah, that's true.
It just doesn't even break down.
It's not food. That's why, because it's like a lab one created.
A what?
A lab food.
What does that even mean?
It's like synthetic food.
You're saying corn is a fake food?
Yeah, that's why if you eat it, it'll stay whole in your stool.
Listen,
It'll stay exactly the kernels in your.
I've never heard that corn is fake.
It's not fake.
Lord have
It's just
mercy.
synthetic.
Synthetic meaning it's not naturally grown. It's not.
And
It's
a
not natural food.
That comes from Earth itself. Yes, it's like a.
The hell could? Who the hell? Okay,
That's why it doesn't break down.
so it's so it's creative. I mean, so solar is the creative
Yeah,
chakra.
your creator chakra.
Okay, and then next up,
Heart.
and
Yeah.
do I need to ask what it is?
Yeah, no, it's right there.
It's right, and that your heart chakra is responsible for
Your ability to receive.
to receive,
To both give and receive.
give and receive
Love.
love.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
So it's like if you are like you're like, okay, so when I was single, guys were like, I don't do relationships. That's somebody with a closed heart chakra.
Oh, okay.
But
I think mine was closed for a while.
What I'm saying is, so you're not aware that it's the chakras, so you take it on as your perception. So now you think you're a person who doesn't do relationships. You sound crazy because you are love.
Ah, so you said
You
that.
just love with a thrown out of balance.
So your
chakra
chakras
back in balance. All of a sudden you're just like, oh.
it's misaligned, so you have to
Yes, that's it.
realign it.
And
okay.
most people say all got thrown out of alignment when they were little kiddos.
Yeah.
They just didn't know an energy worker or anybody to help them put them back
I
in alignment.
believe that. I believe.
And it's intended for them to be out of alignment when you're dealing with your karma.
Okay. All right. We'll get to karma.
Yeah. So then,
Okay.
then
Give
that's
and
when it's
receive
great.
love.
Yeah, give and
That's
receive
the heart
love.
chakra. So
Not
far.
only give and receive love, give and receive. So your ability to receive, like let's say what the universe is trying to give you.
Okay. Okay. The other energies that
Abundance.
are out there. Okay.
Prosperity.
So we have the root, the sacrum,
Sacral.
sacrum,
Roll.
sacral,
SACRAL.
sacral.
Yeah. Ooh.
The root. Okay, we have the root, the sacral, the solar,
Ooh, yeah.
the heart.
Yeah.
So we're on the fourth one. The heart is the fourth one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the root is the foundation. It grounds you to the universe. You would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything on the earth plane.
And then your sacral
Yeah.
is the one you said that is for hint.
Well, you know.
Oh, it's just okay. It's just sexual. Just sexual.
Which is your powerhouse.
And then okay,
Yeah,
right.
You're sexual
And
being.
that's second one. Then your third one is your solar, as he said,
solar.
and that is your creative one.
Yeah.
And then your fourth coming up is the heart chakra,
heart.
which allows you to be able to give and receive in abundance, whether it's love or
Yeah.
whether it's messages from higher frequencies of energy
Yeah.
that you be able to get. Okay, all right. Next up,
Throat.
throat. That throat. That
The throat.
throat, not throat. It's throat.
Most people's throat chakra is thrown out of alignment.
Throat chakra. I've knocked some
Because as
throat
kids, they were
chakras
told
out
you're
of
meant to be
alignment.
seen and not heard.
I guarantee
So they
you.
got shut down
I guarantee
as
you.
kids.
I've blocked some throat chakras.
With the 5-finger crane.
No, no
Hey,
finger.
5-finger crane.
No fingers. That one-eyed monster. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Don't
That'll get you in the back of the heart chakra.
They
Jealousy and envy
It gets
you in the back of the heart chakra.
just the throat. It might touch the heart chakra.
Oh, you're like, you get ready to do one of the boxing moves. I got your throat right here. Hold on a minute.
And then I go, hoo-ah! And then I swear I wasn't smoking. Not nothing illegal anyway. I wasn't smoking anything. No, but the throat chakra. Okay, now again, that would be in throat self-descriptive.
Yeah.
Okay, what would that be responsible
Your
for?
ability to speak
Okay.
your personal truth.
Yeah.
Own
Okay.
your personal truth.
Okay, all right. Well, a
Be
lot of
your
people
true,
gotta be.
authentic self.
Yeah,
That is your
I know it's a lot of people that's off with. It's gotta be. Yeah,
Because
they're
parents
so
had
busy.
that way of schooling that said you're meant to see and not be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so they shut them down. I mean, I'm talking about little kids.
Absolutely, and that was attempted with me, and I know for a fact it was attempted with me to get me to be quiet, stop asking so many questions, stop talking
that
so
whole
much,
thing, yes.
and I refused to do it.
Refused.
I refused, and refused now.
So
current.
now you can see how,
Current.
even if you don't know what chakras are, just your life choices
Mm-hmm.
can keep your chakras balanced, and you're not even aware that
I
you're doing
truly do believe in being myself.
Yeah.
And I very rarely want to try to adapt to what someone else wants me to be. I know that I have some instances where I do it to a degree.
Yeah.
Because but as being a Gemini, we were speaking about, I adapt. I can adapt because I know there are different forms of me.
That's true.
There are different forms of me, so I can kind of blend in and match in with many different environments and people. So it's not necessarily me not being me, but sometimes I want the other version of me to be out there. This may not be appropriate for that time, but other times when thought to be not appropriate, that stronger energy of me wanting to be another version of myself is what dominated and was actually accepted. Because because everyone else think, you can't do that around here until I start, and then all of a sudden you find everyone else that's what they're more receptive to. But they were all putting up a front.
Geminis are so unapologetically who they are,
Mm-hmm.
and they're so left that it allows other people to feel more free to be themselves too. That's what Geminis are here for.
I've definitely experienced that as well.
Yeah. I love a damn Gemini.
I've broken the tension in a number of rooms.
Yeah.
Just by me being me, and everyone said, now they can relax and say, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay, and
Yeah.
and they would rather be in that space.
And because you don't have any judgment for others.
Right,
So
exactly.
that also exudes a freedom.
And they
You feel free
they
within
feel
yourself, and
accepted
you allow
now.
other people to freely show up as whoever you are. Whoever you are, show up that way.
And it makes it more comfortable. Accept it,
Yep.
and that's okay. Okay.
The throat.
That's the throat chakra.
chakra.
Okay. So now, next up is
Third eye.
the third eye. We all know that third eye, and they say that's right in between your eyes, above your brow, or somewhere in there. And they say what the pineal gland is what it's supposed to be speaking about.
If you can get your
I've heard of
pineal
that.
gland to drip one drop, you'll be blissed out all day.
Blissed out.
All day.
Is there a way to do that?
Yeah.
How? Okay, don't just say yeah. What the fuck? How do you do that?
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
I don't want to die today. Okay, so yeah.
So the human body,
Uh-huh.
the flesh, this is the most sophisticated piece of equipment on Earth.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe
on
it.
Earth. And most people are using it like they use $1,000 phones to text and talk. That's it. This is
Capable of so
actually-
much more.
Oh my God.
I believe you. I believe you.
So you have to learn how to access all the dimensions what is you.
And-
You can do that through kriyas, yogas, breathing, all kind meditation, all
And,
that kind
and
of stuff.
some people can be spectacular by accident. They didn't even realize they can do some of the stuff they do. And even for me, some people call me an empath, right? It's some things that are so natural to me that I don't see it as anything special. It's just how I function, right?
Yeah.
And for other people, it takes some time. They may not even get there, but some people, it takes some time to get in that space where it opens that sense, that other sense up.
Yeah.
And for me, I didn't have to do anything to open it. It seemed like I was in tune with it already.
Yeah.
For me to be able to see someone and without even speaking, be able to know things about them and be able to sense things in them.
That's the energy.
I'm totally at a deficit with some other things, where there should be, and you're like, you didn't pick that up. Like, nah, I didn't see that, but I saw some other shit. That is no, but
that's how we all are.
I
So
think I
that's
need
why
work
I
too.
always tell people, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it's going to feel like an idiot. We're all geniuses. We all have our own unique gifts. But if you're trying to play the comparative game, you'll lose every time.
Right. Yeah,
Life
it's
is
not a competition.
race or a competition.
Yeah.
I hope we all make it.
Yeah. We're here to harmonize. And
So the third eye, this gets shut down because they were putting fluoride in everybody's toothpaste from the time they were little kiddos.
you think now people think that's a conspiracy theory, right?
Yeah, but the reason why you don't know you've been brainwashed is because you've been
Brainwashed. The reason you don't know is because you've been brainwashed not to know. You've been hypnotized to forget. So just make sure you remember
Just
that.
saying.
Just remember that.
Just saying.
So, but
It's in the water and it's in the toothpaste.
I have heard of that stuff.
But my thing is this. So for those who are skeptics, my thing is this: gift yourself the experience to find out. Don't take anybody's word for anything.
No.
Gift yourself a fluoride-free diet for a month and see how your physical body is now at that point.
Now you say it's in the toothpaste and what else?
Water.
And so is the water that we drink like
Tap water? Yeah, and you absorb
tap
more
water,
in your shower.
but
than
also
you
I
can.
have water here. I won't show the brand of it, but bottled water, does it have fluoride in it?
Some probably does. You want to do spring water, or you can do distilled water, but then you have to make up the difference.
Distilled water it kills a lot of the minerals and stuff in it too, doesn't
You
it?
have to put some minerals into your diet.
Okay. Spring water has it.
Yeah, spring water's good.
Okay.
Spring water.
Okay. All
Or
right.
filtered water. Just get a filter for your faucet. But you also want to get more than your faucet. You're absorbing more fluoride through your shower.
Yeah, because I remember when we were
anything else.
younger. When I was younger, we used to drink out of the fire hydrant. We drink out of the sink.
Yeah.
I don't remember at what point I stopped doing it, but I know the water tastes different now than I
It's very
remember.
different. Yeah.
So, and you say when taking a shower, yes,
People
we're
absorb so many-
bombarded with it. You know?
You're absorbing it through your skin. This is your biggest organ is the skin.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And hot showers. So
And then I do that daily. So what am I supposed to take cold showers?
put a filter on your shower.
A filter on my shower.
Yeah, put a filter on your shower.
Yes, I can do that too.
And for your bath, you can throw in some black activated charcoal. It absorbs toxins. Just sucks it right in.
You don't get out black though?
No. I have little.
I mean, I get in black, but I'm saying. So we put charcoal soap?
I have little pellets.
A pellet, okay.
Yeah,
And it
I'll give you
absorbs
some.
it. And that's not like no pseudoscience, because you remember, like they did a.
So they ended them in the nose.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
anything here's
I saw a program.
Yeah.
I saw a program where the people involved with the program were going into these spas, right, for these expensive treatments, right?
Yeah.
And they would put their feet inside of like a whirlpool like tub type thing, and then when they got their foot out of it, it was different colors, and they said this is all the toxins that are leaving your body and everything, and they was like, is that really true? And then when they went and then put anyone's foot in it, and they ran through whatever plates they had inside of it,
yeah,
the colors came out of it the same way as if someone's foot was in it. So it wasn't a person that was pulling for. They were actually, it was a mental thing.
Well, but this is why it's important to get your third eye open. Because my third eye can see through your bullshit.
Okay.
So that's what I was talking about, the five senses. If you don't have your energetic body functioning properly, then you are victim to what anybody says, because you can't energetically feel the difference. You don't know.
Oh.
That's the difference between beliefs and knowing. You don't know.
No, and in this day and age now, there are a lot of people being deceived. Right. A lot of people.
It's all because this is not open.
There's so much information right now that's thrown out there.
You can't see past the veil. You can only see the illusions.
And there is some thick veils out there right now.
Veils.
I mean, like radiation, like cloaks or some sort. Understand?
Yeah, it is.
And you can't even penetrate it. I mean, you use any type of logic on it, and it just bounces off of people, and that's sad. We've been primed for it.
But I'll tell you, so when you come in, you don't come in with chakras. You come in with lenses, and they're like dirty ass lenses. You know what your chakras are? They're your filter system. So you and I could both be looking out here, right? But the information is one thing. That's the truth. What it is something, okay? But how we perceive it, it gets filtered through our chakras.
Okay.
And it gets filtered to us, and the information gets distorted.
And then that's when we make our interpretation of what it is.
So I could be standing in front of you with unconditional, unlimited love. But if your heart chakra is out of balance,
I'm going to receive something different.
By you, something completely different.
And I run into that frequently. Not frequently, but enough where I know what I'm giving out.
Yeah.
And what they're receiving is totally different.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's going through that filter, and that's why you can't take it personal. Your information is getting filtered through that person's chakra. And if their chakra is like out of balance,
but okay, put
you
this way.
understand what I'm saying? That's why you don't want to rely on the five senses.
What do you do? What do you do with those who are giving it the negativity, and when you call them out on it, they want to say, no, that's not what it is. That's you thinking that. How are you to discern which is the actual truth?
You're saying you're absolutely right, and you walk away.
Yeah, that's me.
It's not your job to convince them that you know what you know. It's your job to use the information that you know to make your own life choices.
Right.
So if you're aware that this person is not functioning from a place of love, you can take that information and make another choice.
Absolutely.
Do I have to convince you? No, I don't have to convince you.
Okay.
Matter of fact, people need to start practicing saying no and not explaining themselves. You don't owe anybody an explanation.
And just not engage.
Yeah, you're responsible for your happiness, not the next person's.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
So then you have the third eye, and after that, ooh.
Oh, it's got ooh.
The crown chakra.
A crown chakra. That's that should be on top of your head. So
that's your chakra that you get your downloads that you was talking about earlier.
Your downloads. Okay. So
it's
almost like your antenna.
Everybody is on a spiritual journey. Make no mistake about that. And everybody,
whether they know it or not,
at least one angel assigned to them and a spirit guide.
Okay, an angel and a spirit guide.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay, all right, okay.
Now, but if your crown chakra is
when you say
closed, you can't receive the downloads, the information, guidance, and direction.
You got to back them up. When we talk about beep,
that's right. Backing it up.
Absolutely. backing it up. Okay, so when you talk about angels.
Yeah.
Now angels now you're talking about something that sounds supernatural. Now so when you talk about frequencies,
human beings are supernatural.
When you talk about frequencies and energy, that's understood by people. We understand those terms. When you start getting into angels, now you start talking in places where people start to connect it with like religions and stuff like that.
Oh wow, no, we don't want to do that.
So okay, so. Well, I mean, because that's what it's been packaged into when you talk about angels and stuff.
Oh, well,
so when you talk about angels, you've left the terminology of energy and frequencies and stuff like that. So when you say angels, what are you speaking about?
So
how would you describe it? Is there a layman's term?
Energetic is, it's all consciousness. Everything is all these different consciousnesses, streams of consciousness.
We all are conscious beings.
We all are conscious beings.
And so you take that as a collective.
So you're seeing a conscious being, you, but you're only identifying with you in the physical form.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
As
So
an individual.
Yeah, but you don't exist only in this physical form.
So you
are still a consciousness.
No, okay. Well, I'll get to that part in a second. But what is an actual angel? When you said we're assigned an angel, that means you're saying that there is another agent.
Yes.
That is we're assigned to. Now, is this a who? Or this is a what? How would you describe an angel?
How would you describe you as a who or a what?
Me?
Yeah, a human being.
A human being, both.
That's them.
There's a them. There's a them, huh?
They the them.
They
and
the
those.
them.
All them.
So
I call them unseen teams. Everybody has unseen teams.
So you're saying an angel is what I would identify with my consciousness as a consciousness that exists outside of the physical form
yes,
that I have.
And there's a lot of that going on.
And there's a lot of but this consciousness is an individual.
Yeah.
That you assign with the label of an angel, a particular angel.
Yeah.
Do they have names?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, is there a certain number, or is it just so many of them? Is countless angels, or there's certain?
There's no such place as heaven. There is such a place as the heavens. Matter of fact, there's all kinds of physical and non-physical planes all over the universe. The heavens is a physical plane, but the only beings there is celestial beings.
Celestial
There's
meaning
400,000.
it's out in the cosmos.
No, celestial meaning they're of a certain frequency.
I thought celestial was like space and outer space. When they say celestial, and when they say the heavens, in that particular sense, they're talking about outside of the, like the universe type thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you're speaking about?
No.
Okay.
It's a physical plane. Like a planet is a physical
plane.
Okay.
So we understand the 3 dimensions, or sometimes people use
12
use time as a 4th dimension. You say there's 12. So you're saying these are additional dimensions that we, in our current understanding or ability to perceive, do not recognize those particular ones. Some people may, but most people do not recognize those.
You think most people? Yeah, that's true. Because 90%, I think, of the population is still asleep.
Possibly, I believe it. So which dimension do angels exist on?
So the heavens is 3 spheres.
3 spheres.
3 types of celestial beings in each sphere.
Okay.
And they're all different dimensional beings, but they're minimum 7 dimensional beings.
And they can all communicate with us.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and how many angels did you say there were?
No, they're not angels. There's 400,000 celestial beings. Some are angels, some are seraphim, some are dominions, they're all different kinds.
Do they have a purpose with us, or they just exist?
Archangels is the only ones that they're involved with human beings.
Oh, the other ones is we did too good for us.
But they don't directly connect with man. They're only just angels. They're the ones that's assigned to you. It's guardian angels.
So some of them are just uppity. They don't fuck with humans.
Yeah, would you?
I have no choice about humans. I have to fuck with other humans. But if I wasn't a human, I would like, man, fuck them. They would be beneath me. They're at such a low frequency. I can't even, look, they miss me with that. Miss me with that.
This is me with negativity.
And I feel you. I feel you. The way humans are, I mean, if I was operating on a whole different frequency, I wouldn't mess with humans either.
But you're talking about only the human beings in a lower consciousness.
Absolutely.
They're like, so if you go to Walmart, that's like 2D.
2D.
2D is like a piece of paper.
Oh.
But they're like a piece of fly paper. Like everything sticks to them. Any comment anybody said all the way going back to when they were born, it's all stuck to them. That's why they walk around very dense. They're carrying like all of that. It's all stuck to them like fly paper.
Absolutely.
That's 2-dimensional.
I get it.
3-dimensional is where you think you're a body with a soul. Mm-hmm. Then you're in 3D.
Okay. So you said soul. So that's the same thing. Same category as people say angels and spirits and stuff. So when you say soul, you mean?
Okay, so there's three principles. There's the soul principle, there's the body, the spirit, and there's the body.
So you're saying soul and spirit are two different things?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I haven't heard that concept before. So what is the difference between the soul and the spirit?
So you have earth, air, fire, and water as energies. I'm not talking about the elements. The elements have nothing to do with the energies except that they carry those energies in them.
Okay.
So I'm talking about the energies of earth, air, fire, and water. Okay, so fire, that's soul. That's straight soul. When you die, what gets extracted from you is the fire and the air. What's left is the body. Okay, so that's the soul.
So you said fire.
Fire is source. That's straight source.
And,
straight fire.
And I would interpret that as you're alive, that, you know, your cells are alive, and they have an electrical frequency, and it fires up. So, you know, all the connections and stuff is like electricity through your body. So I would see that as fire. If you want to say.
Fire,
so when you say air.
Source.
Air, yes, we have air.
But fire cannot directly connect with water or earth.
Our body is made up of water, though.
But fire can't directly connect with it. So air is used as the communication device. So when
it's the conduit. Is the conduit between
that's
them.
what makes. So when fire connects with air, that's soul. Okay, but when that air connects with water, that's spirit. That's the communication device. That's how consciousness gets in all things. So when you're talking about how trees and animals are alive, but they don't have the same consciousness as man, or man is more whatever, they're talking about a level of consciousness, and that's based on how much water that whatever has in it. That's why crystals can be charged, because they have water in them.
Are you saying?
Human beings have the most amount of water. That makes them have the most amount of consciousness.
Are you saying water has a consciousness?
Yeah.
Does it?
Spirit is what's the communication device.
So you're saying water is spirit?
And water is the air. That's the spirit. That's the communication.
Okay.
That's consciousness. That's how consciousness gets in all things.
So so let's go back to when you say when a person
that's called a spirit. But then when that water connects with earth, that's a body. That's the body principle.
Okay. All right.
And that's salt, mercury, and sulfur. Those are the three principles of life.
Okay. So when you cease to live, breathe,
it's
brain
the fire
activity,
and the air that get extracted from you.
When you say it gets extracted, by which means is it extracted?
Source draws it out.
It just draws it out of you, and it goes where?
It's all source. It goes on to wherever it goes on to as a consciousness. So if you are like a starseed and you're not from Earth, you go back to wherever your home is. If you're an angel, then you go back to the heavens. If you're a light being, you go back to wherever you are, whatever that consciousness is, when it's not here in this fleshy suit.
So am I keeping it captive here right now?
Only if you're leaving it trapped in the physical form.
Is it possible for me not to have it trapped but still be alive?
Yes, this is what we call expanding yourself.
Okay.
You have to get all of you activated. So you have 300 chakras, but you have 74,000 nadis.
You're throwing out new terms.
Man,
you said
I
naughty?
promise you nadis.
Naughty.
74,000 of them.
That sounds bad.
I'm telling you.
I've always got a lot of naughties.
You get your nadis activated. That's how you can. It's like,
so
you have you know you have your physical body. You have
right.
like your blood system and your circulatory system. But you have an energetic system. What energy is moving all through your body.
Right.
So like, I could send energy right now to my toe, each one at a time. Send it through there.
That's not. So you said that's not a brain signal. You're not speaking
no,
on that.
I'm talking about on my energetic line. I could send the energy into whatever chakra I want to send it into and power it up. I could take the energy and go right out of my third eye and astro project anywhere.
You can astro. I was asking people about astral projection because I really needed to know what the winning lottery numbers would be, and I wanted them to astral project inside of my body as I watched the numbers being called.
Another time and date.
Absolutely. Like tonight is the Mega Million. Tomorrow night is Powerball. I don't care which one it is. I can watch it tomorrow. I need you to astral project to the moment I'm watching to see what I see, and then bounce back into your body and tell me, what did I see? And then you tell me those numbers and I play, and then we can do major things.
Yeah. That can be done.
You said,
I can astral project. So what you're talking about is going on in another timeline.
You said it can be done.
Yeah, what you're talking
by
about
who?
is anybody that has their third eye open.
So where are they at?
Right here, sitting here, but my vision's not on, so we have to.
So
with us.
You're not. I thought I had a. Goddamn
not only that,
by the time.
not only that, you're talking about going on another timeline, and you can't predict which timeline you're going to be on.
How is it a
Make sure
time?
you're
How is it?
listening
How
to
is it a
TV.
different timeline? I mean, because
Timelines are always shifting.
no, because
the past, the
the
present,
thing
and
is
future all happening
no,
simultaneously.
but it's like if you say you make plans to have dinner tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You're not changing the
That's a good
time.
intention.
You're not changing the time. How is me winning the Mega Man Powerball is not good intention?
No, I'm saying you're
said
saying I'm going to
intention.
be in front of the TV Thursday at 6.
Yeah. So what is that not in good intention?
Anything outside of this now moment, you're living in your imagination. Okay, so your imagination
Again.
might be vivid, but it's not reality.
But again, it's just like you plan to be here today,
Right.
yes, or yesterday, day before. You plan to be here. Yeah, it's happened now. But we had to plan it, so you set that into motion.
But think about this. I said 2-ish.
But we knew today,
Right.
this is gonna go down.
Yeah.
And so if you were able to make that plan and it manifested into what we have right now on What is Zono. So
But you can only be in the now present moment, because like how we went to go play with the ducks and stuff like that. So there's no way for me to know I'd be sitting there in front of the TV at that time.
but could you plan it if that's what you wanted to do? Just like you have your
People
week.
plan all kinds of
No,
things.
just like
That's why they stay disappointed in life.
just like
I
you,
mean,
just like you have your
you have your
weekly,
plans.
you have your weekly soul tribe things, and that usually goes on without a hitch at the same time, and you're in front of your computer and you're connecting with your people
Yeah.
at a specific time, and you guys all know that.
Yeah.
So if you're able to do it with such precision in those circumstances, surely you can be able to do it in others that you choose to.
Yeah.
So with that being said, if that was the intent to say I'm going to do this, that, and the
what
other,
we're talking about is that. So can I astral project?
Mm-hmm.
But that astral projecting into a space is different than astral projecting into a person to see through your eyes. So some things would have to be one.
okay, you don't have to do people's
Yeah.
eyes. Okay, if you actually projected into a place like
Like it was
what?
going to be showing.
No,
on the TV.
like where
Like
they
Vegas, 'cause they always gonna be showing stuff,
no,
yeah.
like where they actually do it at. The
Yes,
actual
there.
room.
Yes.
and
Okay, and then they pull the things up.
And they
Okay,
come
great.
and they come up. The thing blow them out.
Yes.
So if you can say I'm going to go to that location.
Okay,
and
so
I'm-
now I'll tell you that.
Now you can see.
Yeah, I can astral project to a location. Now here's the problem. The only problem with the sight is
We got problems. Jesus Christ.
when you're astral
You
projecting,
need glasses? Your
you're
sight need
in
glasses?
the energetic. So what you're going to be experiencing in the room, like if I wasn't here right now and I astral projected here,
Mm-hmm.
I would be in the energetic room. So I can feel the frequency. I can see the frequencies. I can see the colors. You can't see a specific physical.
That would be
Physical's not.
that would be counter to some of the testimonies and accounts that I've seen documented. Right, there's some of the videos that I've watched where people have practiced the astral projecting, and they've gone, because our military and government has had people to do it, where they can go. They know a location of a place.
Yeah.
A person astral projects inside of a room, a sealed room or a vault or whatever, and they're able to see certain paperwork, files, and things like that, and able to give details of what they saw of a place they've never been to. And just because they had the ability, they were summoned upon to actually try to do this, and so they wouldn't have any of the intel and all that type of stuff. Only the location, and what they testified to, or what they said they did, was they went into this particular place, file cabinet, files, could see what was in it, and was able to report what it was, and supposedly this information was accurate. So they were.
That's all. You have to take their word for it. But I'm saying, for me, I know for a fact that I can astral project anywhere. But I know for a fact that I couldn't look on a specific piece of paper. So you're not gonna have to take this
You're
person's
not
word that
tuned
they
in,
did that.
but you may have the ability.
I
you
would
just haven't.
have to do it myself to know that could be done.
Right,
I can't take somebody's
right.
word for it that they looked on a piece of paper, and definitely not the government.
but it's not impossible, right?
No, I don't know.
No, and then you also have people who.
Well, I know that they lie though.
You have people
About everything,
who've never
all of the time.
but they have people who've been tested.
So why haven't they gone and looked at the Powerballs?
What? I never know. I mean, but who's to say no one has? People win. How do you know how they won? Sometimes you don't know.
What does that know?
I said, what do I know? I mean, with all the people who do win Powerball, I don't know the methods of how they got there.
Then this would be a good thing for you to do then, to get your third eye as open as humanly possible and begin to start astral projecting.
They said it worked. It worked.
Yeah, why not?
It worked.
Yeah,
No.
so do that though.
No,
Make
but-
a plan for
but
yourself to see if
I-
you can get it open and
see
at least astral project, and then begin to.
It might be the smallest thing, but no, and
then you'll know for
Hold on.
yourself. You won't have to take anybody's
No,
word
no.
for it. You'll know for
No,
yourself
time
what
out,
can be
time
done,
out.
or what at least you can do.
What I do know, I've had experiences of seeing a complete stranger, having a short dialogue with them, and having visions of things I've seen I see with them.
Yes.
That they're not telling me.
Yeah.
But it's actually something from the past. It's something from
That's
the past
true.
that I see, and I see the imagery and everything, and I'm telling them what I'm seeing, and they're looking at me. How did you know that? I said, I don't know. It's what I'm getting from
Are
you.
you a master number 11? You could be.
I have no clue.
I gotta do your numbers and see, because the master numbers 11s, they have supernatural abilities and they can do things with timelines. They really can. They can see into the future and the past. But in the present moment,
I may be able to.
like they would look over there, but they'd see the door open and the person walk in, but they haven't done it yet. And then 5 minutes later, the person walks in and comes in. That's 11s can do that.
That's almost like I would say a deja vu moment that I feel like I've had before, where I've seen. I was like, oh, that happened before.
Oh, so see, you of all people, then you need to really get your chakras working properly and see what you really can do.
It may be. You know,
That'd be fun,
that's what I say when you know.
I promise you won't be bored. That'd be
like
fun.
like
You
for
can play with
me,
all kinds of
I'm
stuff.
not a religious person at all.
No.
Right.
Is anybody?
I used to be.
Still religious?
No, I used to be, but then it was just too much about it that didn't jive with what I know the reality to be. But when you speak about the energies and the frequencies and things like that, those are things that actually resonates with me, right?
Yeah.
And it's just being able to articulate it in the way that you do.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense, you know.
Yeah.
It's not something where you have to necessarily suspend reality of what we know in
No,
order
not
to be
even
able
a
to
little
accept.
bit.
No,
No.
okay, you know, it kind of it matches up. So
Yeah.
okay, and so and we go back to when you say the crown chakra.
Yeah.
And when you say you're getting downloads.
So this is what it is. So religion only teaches half the conversation. They teach prayer. That's you in asking mode. Would you? Could you? And the universe is like, of course I can. I'm the whole damn universe.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can, and I can with or without you. So why are you here? Okay. So the universe wants to co-create your experience with you.
And that's what I say to people when they say they pray for stuff, and they say you either get it or you don't get it. I was like, okay, that sounds like it just. And you know, and they tell you, you know, if God wants you to have it, then you'll have it if He doesn't. And I say, well, okay, if it's ultimately about what God wants, what's the purpose of you talking for? Because He's gonna do whatever He want to do anyway. Absolutely.
Or even your asking.
Or request. Yeah.
You can just boom, make it happen. Boom, make it happen. Boom, make it happen. Why are you here?
I want to be cured. Well, if He don't want that to happen, it ain't happening.
Pretty sure
If He
you
does,
want
you
that.
didn't have to say anything.
Anything at all, right? There
Period.
You go.
So
why are you here? So it's about the co-creating life.
Right.
Your life experience. But so to do that, you have to meditate. Yeah, that's you receiving the answers.
And look, and I also think
Receiving mode.
when you're talking about a collective consciousness, and,
Yeah,
you know,
oh, yeah.
you know, because you can have it where you can connect to another person, another consciousness that's nowhere in your presence.
That's right.
And
yeah.
just the whole phenomenon of you pick the phone up and it rings with the person you're about to call. Like, well, I was just about to call you.
Yeah.
We were on
you
the same frequency.
And you run into them and you go, I was just thinking about you. I was too. And you actually run into each other. Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely. I've done it. I pick up the phone. I pick up the phone about the text, and it comes to me. I'm like, wait a minute. I was just texting you.
Yeah.
So it's a little phenomenon like that.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, that's just by chance. Like,
No such thing.
out of all the people that you know,
Right. That's a pretty good chance.
and let it be. And even the person you hadn't spoken to in a while, you had them on your mind, and you both thinking the same thing. You're like, okay. Out of all the thousands of people, out of the combinations you can bring, there's those two at the same time doing the same thing. You're like, okay.
That goes back to the chakras thrown out of life.
And so they can be thrown off, but just like I said, a broke clock is right, twice a day. So even when throwing off chakras, there's still going to be something that you catch. You're going to get something, you know, because that's just by the nature of what they are, right?
No, you can't determine that for the person because that's always happening around them.
Right.
But once it goes through their filter, it's monkey.
Yeah.
And like if your throat chakra is out of alignment, it'll have you questioning people's intentions. That's what makes people very skeptical. It's the throat chakras out of alignment. They can't determine truth from false anyways.
That wouldn't be the heart, because that's what you're receiving with. No. So they're giving and you're receiving
the throat is like your truth center. It's your ability to speak your truth, but it's also your ability to interpret others.
You left that out. You left that part out.
Oh man, because didn't I say this is the most sophisticated piece of equipment? You can't even cover the chakras in an hour.
It's like a nano suit.
Or you just do Cliff Notes.
There's so much information.
There's so much information. We're just doing the Cliff Notes. And so here's the Cliff Note. So you know how when you see birds or a school of fish, they all moving the same? It's the ones in the middle that control
Are
the
they
direction.
really smart though?
Well,
Because they're always in the school.
Speaking of school, don't you love Voldemort?
Ba-dum.
Because he always waits for, Harry to get out of school before he tries to kill him. He really cares about his education.
I wanted to make sure I ain't gonna mess that up.
Always, right? Never during class.
When 3 o'clock gonna come? I'm taking all day. He outside like a bully. After school, I'm gonna get your ass.
That's that ass.
I'm gonna get that
Wait,
ass.
how did you do in your classes? All right, time to die.
All right, there you go. I learned new spells. Darsh you. I'll be back.
At the end of your next term.
I'm gonna level up, motherfucker. Level up.
Zoop, zoop, zoop.
There you go, just like that. I like that. Okay.
So,
yeah, we go.
Now the birds and the fish, right? When they turn in the same direction. It's the ones in the middle that control the flow. And so
I could have sworn when it comes to birds that the one at the point is the one that controls. How can he?
perception, and it's the ones in the middle.
How is the perception? 'Cause
So I'm telling
don't
you
they all
this.
follow the lead?
That's the lie of Maya.
Who the fuck is Maya?
Earth, the illusions.
Maya.
So they got you saying follow the leader, which then puts us in competition. There is no competition. There is no leader. There is no one in behind. Everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be all the time. Right on time.
For whatever reason, they're there.
Doing their own earth walk, learning their own soul growth and soul lessons in their own way at their own pace.
Okay.
And no one needs to be compared to the other.
Gotcha. I got you.
So there's no leader. There's no follower. Everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be. Yeah.
So whether you ascend or you descend, that's your path wherever you need to be.
To gain whatever soul growth and lessons you're doing at the time.
Okay.
And you're gaining them through every person, experience, and situationship. And that's it. That's all life is.
I like that. You heard the word she's used. Situationship.
Because it covers all the gamut.
Whatever ship it is, it's covered with the situationship. Situationship. Gotta put that in the edit. Situationship.
And so, when it comes to the chakras.
Situationship.
There you go.
There you go. Write it just like that. I like that.
When it comes to the chakras, 300 sounds overwhelming. Even 7 can be
It
overwhelming. So
is.
start with the one in the middle.
Start with the
It'll
heart chakra.
inadvertently start to activate the others. You don't know where to start. Start with the heart.
So you don't. So you're not saying don't start with the root.
Start with the heart.
Now start with the root chakra, because isn't that root chakra the foundation?
But we're infinite divine beings. I think you could multitask. You could do the root and the heart together. Why not?
Okay. We're capable of doing 2 things at once. Absolutely. We can breathe and talk.
And it's an ongoing thing. Always to get in alignment. You're going to always be keeping them in alignment.
Because you're battling with the outside forces of the
Yes, but
environment.
If you ever get the opportunity to have your chakras functioning properly, and all cleaned out, and feel what your own energy feels like for the first time, then you'll become very protective of it.
Okay.
And you'll do maintenance all the time, because you'll be able to feel when something's off. You'll be like, oh, my root chakra's a little off.
Once you identify what they are.
Yeah, you'll be able to identify.
Now, okay.
Ooh, we got to do the next show. I'm going to teach you how to do the self-healing.
And that's what I want to say. Like, how do we get to the point where we start to do the alignments? And you said we do that next show?
Yeah, let's do that next show.
I like that. Hey, AP, this has been great. For what you practice.
There's no hugs, no snacks.
For when you got plenty of snacks. Plenty of snacks in the mess hall over there. You better get them all. But listen, what do you call? Is there a term for what you practicing this particular thing? Is there a term for it?
Life.
Love.
Live.
Live. No, because you have some people that they're called, they either medium, they call card readers, or they call numerologists and stuff.
It's all light workers.
Light workers.
They're all light workers.
Okay, so it's
working
like
the light in 13 different ways.
not like sex workers. They focus on one particular thing.
Yeah, but they work the sex in
they
more
are
than 13 different ways. Probably
they are dealing with the sacral.
Yeah, they're doing. They're not. They might be fucking it up. You're dealing with the physical.
They're dinging this chakra. Okay, so
They'll give you a good way to practice on it.
no, but I like this conversation, and like I said, the next time we're on, I wanted to talk about the process of how to start getting into aligning these things or cleaning these, as you call them, filters. So we want to talk about that process and how we can start that. You know, taking from the baby steps and then to later on into the more advanced once they start to get everything in alignment and get more familiar with it. So right now it's just making an introduction to the people. Yeah. You know, so I'm glad.
Make an energy worker your friend.
I'm glad.
Find you an energy worker. And
everyone, you guys got a chance to listen to AP talking about the different aspects of light work. And, you know, just like, you know, it ain't nothing to her. It's just light work. It ain't heavy work. It's light work. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to listen in to the next time on What Does Zoe Know? When I talk with AP about more aspects of the light work and dealing with the chakras. He says 300 of them. We have 7 ones that it's in our bodies. Right? We have 300 of them in our bodies, but the 7 that she went over today were the root, the chakra, the sacral, the okay, so hold on.
This is your powerhouse. It's the yellow one, the sun, the solar, the creative one, Then the heart, and then she said the throat, and then you had the third eye, right, and then the crown, right, and so we'll go into how we actually do maintenance on these individual chakras, and eventually we'll advance past those into the other realms of chakras that we can get into. And I appreciate you guys for listening up, and AP, I appreciate you coming on today. My God.
This was totally awesome. So is there anything else you want to know?
Next time you can tell us how you astral projected.
Oh, okay. And I'll try to do another, and give you the feedback on whatever I did.
Oh, that'll be fun.
But okay.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys came with us today. Thank you for joining us on What Does Zoe Know? And here with my guest AP. You guys have a good one. Peace out.
Friends, I can't wait for you to work on your stuff. That would be fun. You astral projecting, we could play all the time. Play every day.